All right, back here at the Providence Civic Center just prior to the Class A game between Hendricken and Central Joe Rocco on the floor with the two coaches. Joe?
The man to my right is Steve Cesaretti for Bishop Hendricken. Harold Metz to his right, the Central head coach. And Steve, I've got to ask you, without any starters returning, was it great coaching or just clutch basketball? What brings you here tonight?
It's not really, it's nothing to do with the coaching, honestly.
You're too humble.
Well, it's really, it's team chemistry. You know, it's senior leadership. And we had people from the outset that we got off to a real good start. We took New Bedford and Massachusetts Power. We went to Brockton in overtime, and they began to believe that they really could do the job. And then just constant work. I mean, we had people in practice that just wouldn't let up. I mean, I'm not saying we're possessed of anything like that. It was just the fact that we wanted to win, you know.
Playing a Central team that's 24-0 undefeated. Do you guys have to play the perfect game here to win tonight?
No, hopefully it doesn't have to be too perfect to win. The big question mark is rebounding. Can we rebound with Central? I believe that we can do many of the other things that's necessary to win. That was the difference in our last ball game. And it was a ball game right till the last 3 minutes. And we had ball possession, we had a turnover, and they put a spurt on, and we needed to foul at the end, and that's how the game played, you know. But we're anxious.
And I know you're anxious to get over there, so I'll let you go, but I want to bring in Harold Metz. Harold, you're back to defend your championship. Thank you very much, Steve. Yeah. You're back to defend the championship. Is this a better team than last year's?
I'd say it's better in terms of experience. I have 5 seniors. The majority of them played last year as juniors. So now they're a veteran ball club. They know what it's all about, and they want to do it again here tonight.
Are you going to relax tonight?
Oh, yeah. Well, ask me afterwards.
All righty. Harold Metz, who's the kids often have to let control Harold. He's a pretty excited guy over there, but he hasn't had any reason to be excited this year. His team has never trailed. This is just an extraordinary statistic. Going into the fourth quarter, the Knights undefeated, 24-0. Come in with a 34-game win streak, the defending champs. So Hendricken might have to play that perfect game. Frank?
All right, thank you very much to everybody here at the Civic Center getting a little bit antsy. They want to see how this one turns out, so let's get the players introduced and the ball game underway. For the introductions, here's Bob Reel.
The Providence Civic Center welcomes you to this, the Greater Providence Deposit and Trust Classic number 8 here in the climax of Super Hoop Sunday. Now for the introduction of the teams. The visiting team today, the Central High School Knights. Starting at guard, a 5'10" junior, number 11, Abdul Abdullah. Playing forward, 6'3" senior, number 24, tri-captain, Terrence Green. Playing center, a 6'5" senior, number 25, Ted Smith. At guard, a 6'1" senior wearing number 23, tri-captain Kendrick Tavares. And at forward, a 6'4" senior wearing number 21, tri-captain Ed Cooley. The Knights head coach, Mr. Harold Metz, assisted by Dick Zotti, Frank Rose, and Tom Connor. Now for the home team, the Bishop Hendricken Hawks. Starting at guard, a 6'1" senior, wearing number 32, tri-captain Todd Messina. At the other guard, a 5'10" senior, number 23, Adam Mahala. Playing center, 6'3" senior, number 35, tri-captain Eddie Brock. At forward, 6'2" junior, number 22, Mike Nakavich. And at forward, a 6'3" senior, number 33, Brendan Murphy. Fox head coach, Mr. Steve Cesaretti, assisted by Ed Clune, Dennis DeJesus, Bob Stevenson, and John Jackson.
All right, there you have the starting lineups. Jay Jaworski and Mike Reeder are the officials for this Class A title game. And there you see Central assistant coach Tom Connor. Bet this is a big night for him, and his Central night team has come dressed in a tux. We have a wireless microphone over on the Hendricken side, as Coach Steve Cesaretti has agreed to do that for us this game. So we'll be able to listen in on the Hendricken huddle during the timeouts. Get a little insight into the strategy that goes on during this game. Hendricken wants to keep the tempo down. They don't want to try and run with these guys. Ray Perry, our statistician, pointed out that Central may be a shorter version of Georgetown. We're underway, and the Central Knights take control here. Abdullah goes over to Tavares in the middle, back outside. Now here's Tavares off the rim and out. Rebound Green. The shot is good. So Central strikes first here in what is expected to be a very high-scoring game. Here's Messina driving the lane, and he is fouled.
Well, like we said earlier, you're going to see two more basketball teams that love to run up and down the floor. I don't know if we'll see as much diving on the floor and into tables and over the bench, but you're going to see two bunch players that love to bring the ball up to the floor and drive to the basket, a la Todd Messina.
Terrence Green was charged with a foul, and Todd Messina hits the first of two in the charity stripe very early on in this Class A title game. And we've got a tie game. Abdullah passes up to Tavares. Abdullah moves it over to the left. Now down underneath. Ed Cooley from three misses everything, and the Hawks will bring this one back. Messina down the left side. Over to Murray. Murray bothered and picked by Abdullah. Abdullah one-on-one with Messina. And it's blocked by Messina out of bounds, and it's going to be Central ball.
Not too many defenders block Abdul Abdullah with his quickness, but you just saw Todd Messina do it.
Abdullah inbounds, and the quick shot in the hoop for Ted Smith. Light pressure here by Central as Messina picks the ball up, now passes it down to Brendan Murphy. Murphy wants to go inside, now back out to Messina. Messina over on the right side. The quick shot by Mahala misses, and the rebound, loose ball, and it's taken away by Tavares. Down to Cooley.
The 6'4" senior captain, Ed Cooley, averaging 18 points a game. He's off to a good start, and we've got a foul on the other end.
Murphy hacked in the lane. A couple of guys could have been charged with that foul. And
I think Ted Smith might get it, Frank.
Ted Smith charged with the foul, second team foul against Central, the first personal foul against Ted Smith. Two shots for Brendan Murphy. In and out. Murphy, 6'3" senior, very steady, had 18 points in the semifinal game against OLP. Loves to shoot the threes. And he gets 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, and this ball picked off, kept in. Loose ball. Messina has it. But backcourt is called against the Hawks, and it's going to be Central ball after the nice play by Adam Mahala to save that one. Ed Cooley will inbound over to Kendrick Tavares. Tavares, arguably the best athlete on this team, back to Abdul Abdullah on everybody's all-name team. Tavares now over to Abdullah in the middle. Green trying to control it, turns around, off the rim, and rebounded by Narsavage. Here's Murphy. Murphy looking underneath, back out on top to Messina. Narkavich with a three, in and out. And the rebound, Green out to Abdullah. Abdullah finds room, going to take it all the way. Now passes off to Cooley, who misses, and the rebound by Narkavich.
Break the other way.
Mahala, and he is fouled by Abdullah. First personal foul on Abdullah. Here's a look again. Mahala in all alone, and Abdullah playing catch-up fouls him, and it'll put Mahala on the line for two. He had 17 points against OLP. Got 48 three-pointers this year.
He might be the most dangerous three-point shooter on the floor.
And that's over 16 games. Semifinal, he had 4 from three-point land. And he cuts Central's lead to 1, 6-5 with 5:40 left here. First quarter, Cooley, and he gets the hoop, +1.
Very nice for Mr. Cooley, the spiritual leader out there, a big bucket man, Mr. Clutch. One of the 4 seniors who starts for Central, and several schools looking at him, including URI and Northeastern.
Ed Brock charged with a foul, his first. Cooley on the line, shooting 1, makes it a three-point play, and a 9-5 Central lead. 5 points for Ed Cooley. Narkavich stops, pops, and hits.
Might have got away with a few steps there, but he gets the bucket, pulling his team within 2.
Quickly down the floor, Tavares back out to Abdullah. In the middle, it goes to Green, and he's picked. Murphy has the ball, looking. Mahala wants to throw it up, can't find the room. Narkavich misses, rebound by Green, loose ball, and Abdullah comes away with it.
If there's an open man, he'll find him.
Smith can't control, goes into the corner to Tavares, back out on the point for Abdullah. 9-7, Central leads it early here in the first quarter. This one picked off by Messina. A 2-on-1 break with Mahala. Mahala misses, the rebound, Messina's got it.
Nice hustle by Todd. A lot of other players would have just stood there and watched, but he was right there to put it back up and in and tie this ball again.
Spin move by Abdullah, and he is fouled. Should mention we got a tie ball game here, 9-9 with 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Abdullah will go to the line to shoot 2, and he is very quick. He worked extra hard this past summer on his outside shot, and he has gained more confidence in that here coming into this his junior year, and he hits the first of 2 foul shots.
Averaging 10 points and 12 assists and only a junior. What's he going to do next year?
So 10-9 is our score with 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Make it 11-9, Central leading Hendricken. Welcome back to the Civic Center. Some first quarter statistics here as provided by our statistician Raymond Perry. Central 4-7 from the field, 56% shooting, 3 rebounds. Bishop Hendricken 2 of 6 from the field and 33%.
Hawks coach Steve Cesaretti just telling his kids during the timeout that you've got to run back. You can't run down with your backs to the ball. Get back and get back to the paint. I mean, this might be the finest fast-breaking high school basketball team we've seen in a long time.
Here's Brendan Murphy working on Kendrick Tavares. Now the wide open man is Mahala, and he hits.
Now they got to get back, just like the coach told them. They got to get back. Central's quick. They did a nice job that time.
In the middle it goes to Green. He's triple teamed. Now out to Tavares and to Abdullah. Over to Caldwell. Caldwell goes cross court to Tavares. He shoots and hits. Tavares goes with the flow, gets the shot, and back here. Here's Murphy, and he is blocked by Terrence Green. 13-11, Central leading it here in the first quarter. Caldwell over to Tavares, chases it down. Now loops it in for Green. He misses, and the rebound by Eddie Brock. Back comes Todd Messina. Messina down the right wing, trying to cut inside. Nobody there. Abdullah going to take it himself. Has no help. Spins around, and it's blocked out of bounds. No foul called, but it will be Central ball. Steve Cesaretti, the Hendricken coach, wants a walk. Inbound. Green has it. Back out on the point to Caldwell. Sadi Caldwell down deep to Abdullah. In the middle to Green, and he's got it. And the Hendricken kids are just standing around.
Hendricken fell asleep that time. They got to play much tougher D if they want to stay in this game at Central.
Adam Mahala picked by Abdullah out of bounds, and it's going to be Hendricken ball. Pete Lynch will check into the game for Ed Brock. Lynch, a 6'3" junior. The inbounds, Messina gets the ball to Mahala. Mahala shoots off the rim, and the rebound chased down by Narkavich. And here's Mahala, or rather, that's Murphy who measures and hits the three-pointer.
One of the better three-point shooters in the state, Frank. It's a one-point game.
15-14, 2:45 to go, first quarter. Abdullah in the corner loops it in, and it's picked off by Murphy.
3-on-1.
Messina lays it in.
Hendricken has its first lead of the game with 2:31 left in the first. 16-15. Very, very impressive, their defense. They listened very well to their coach in the timeout. They're getting back very nicely.
Now here's Abdullah trying to penetrate. Goes out to Caldwell. Now Tavares. Over to Abdullah on the left side. He's going to drive the baseline, tries to sneak it in, and it's taken away.
Fourth turnover for Central.
Here's the layup for Pete Lynch. His first 2 points of the night, and it's 18-15 Hendricken. The Hawks doing a good job of clogging up the middle on defense. Caldwell over to Tavares. The outside shot off the rim and out. Loose ball picked up by Caldwell. He lets it fly, and he's got it. Cuts the lead to 1:40 to go. First quarter, 18-17. Long lead pass. Mahala leans in, and it's blocked. The rebound goes to Narkavich. Loose ball inside, and it's picked off by the Knights. And out they come quickly down the floor. It's Abdullah. Abdullah doing his magic. Off to Caldwell. They work it around. Abdullah on the left side. Caldwell on the point. He takes the pass. They'll go over to the right side now. Tavares is there. Back over Abdullah. Caldwell, he wants the shot, and he misses. Rebound picked off by Messina. Lead pass, but we're going to have a foul called here, and I believe it's probably going to go against number 15. Caldwell gets the call. Fourth team foul against Central. First personal foul against Masadi Caldwell. Caldwell's a swing man, can go either at the guard or the forward position. Now the inbounds goes to Adam Mahala. He's going to drive, but he is pushed away by Abdullah.
Here's the matchup we're going to want to watch most of the night. McCullough and Floyd, or Abdullah, and that time Chuck up one up for Adam. He's going to the free throw line.
Second personal foul on Abdul Abdullah. Central already at the limit. And the first shot is good for Adam Mahala. 3 for 3 from the line. His team with a 19-17 lead. Misses, and Abdullah with a rebound, and we've got a foul going against Pete Lynch, who kind of hugged Abdullah.
And Pete making a face like, hey, what did I do? I caught you, Pete.
All right, here come the Central Knights, trailing by 2 in the final minute of play of the first quarter. Abdullah will work it down the left side of the floor. Adam Mahala is on him, man to man. Back out on top to Cooley. Cooley top the key. Abdullah has it. Mahala right in his face. Now to Caldwell. In the middle, it goes to Wilson. Wilson misses with a shot. Here's Cooley on the rebound. It is blocked inside. Murphy comes away with a rebound. I believe it was Fagan on the block, and trying to keep it in was Mahala, but it bounces out of bounds, and with 26 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's going to be Central ball. Mike Narkavage checks back into the ball game. Seconds to go in the quarter. 2-point Hendricken lead. The Knights with the ball. Caldwell over to Abdullah.
10 seconds.
He shoots. Caldwell does. Misses the rebound and the miss. Another rebound. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Knight ball. Ted Smith with a second shot there. Be Knight ball. One more chance with 4 seconds to go. Inbound, Cooley with a shot from way outside. The rebound, and Messina will try the long bomb, and it is shorts, and after 1 quarter of play. Surprisingly, everyone expected Central to run up the score here, but it's Hendricken with a lead in the Class A title game, 19-17. You're looking at the very calm, cool, and collected Harold Metz, at least on the outside, looks calm, cool, and collected. Said prior to the game, I'm a little bit nervous, even though they are the defending state champions. Central 7 for 18 for shooting in the first quarter. That's 36%. 8 rebounds and 4 turnovers. Hendricken, a little bit more selective with their shots. 45% shooting percentage, 6 for 13, 9 rebounds and 3 turnovers. And Hendricken with a 19-17 lead here.
The key number in all those numbers that you just read, Frank, 8 rebounds apiece. And if Hendricken can stay with them on the boards, they will stay with them on the scoreboard.
Narkavage inbounds. It goes to Adam Mahala. Mahala working down the left side, passes back out to Narkavage, and now to Brendan Murphy. Murphy trying to fend off Ed Cooley. Back out on the point to Messina. Now Narkavage to Murphy. He turns, shoots, short, rebound. It's Narkavage. He misses, and it goes out of bounds and off the hands of a Knight player, so it's going to be Hawk ball. Messina will inbound here. It goes to Mahala. Mahala in the corner, kind of boxed in, out to Narkavage. Now Mahala picked by Caldwell. Picked again by Mahala. Stops and pops at the foul line. It goes.
How's that for determination?
A 4-point Hendricken lead just underway, second quarter.
Adam plays great defense, and that wasn't always the case. He's improved immensely over the course of the season.
Here's Abdullah driving the lane, passes off to Rose, and he gets the roll. Back down to a 2-point Hendricken lead. Long lead pass from Murphy. He can't reach it. He looks back at Messina, and it's going to be Knight ball. This is Derrick Rose that's going to inbound, 6'7". First time he played ball was back in the 9th grade. And in the 9th grade, he was 6'3". That was 3 years ago. He has grown some.
Gives a big edge to Central because when Ted Smith takes a rest, Rose can go in there, and it gives Harold Metz 10 fouls at the center spot. They don't lose much either when Rose is in there.
Here's Tavares with a shot off the rim and out, and it was Rose who jumped in there trying to tip it in. He went over one of the Hawks back, so he picks up his first personal foul, and that will put the Hawks on the line to shoot 1-1 here.
You're denying him. You're face guarding over there. Don't let him get the ball.
6:39 to go here in the first half. I don't think we'd even need to have a microphone on Steve Cesaretti tonight.
A few inspirational words for Adam Mahala.
Narkavage misses the front end of the 1-1, so still 21-19 Hawks as Abdullah works the ball down, picked away. Back comes Mahala, and he is blocked and knocked down hard from behind by Kendrick Tavares.
And I don't think they call a foul. That's unbelievable.
Well, Mahala's taken up residence at the foul line there.
He doesn't have any shots. Here it is again. It appears as though he was killed.
Hendricken inbounds. Narkavage, the shot is partially blocked, and the rebound by Rose.
Unbelievable. Bishop Hendricken got robbed a couple of free throws there. Maybe the wind blew him over. I don't know.
Abdullah Off to Tavares, his shot in and out. Rebound Murphy, ahead to Messina. Lead pass from Mahala, back to Messina, and it's knocked out of bounds off the hand of Masadi Caldwell. So it'll be Hendricken ball with 6:03 to go in the first half. Still a 21-19 Hendricken lead. Messina will inbound, looking, lifts it up, and the loose ball picked off by Tavares. Lead pass for Abdullah, gets a finger on it, finally gathers it in. Pass off. Here's Rose who gets a hand on it, and it is partially blocked by Brock and knocked out of bounds. It'll be Hawk ball.
Hendricken is doing a great job in getting back.
Here's Messina. Double teamed. Father still has, now he's going to drive to the hoop. Behind the back pass to Murphy, and he is crunched to the floor. What a pass by Todd Messina.
Messina makes it all happen. He's kind of the Jim Denizio of this team. Denizio for Cranston East, the quarterback out there. Well, Messina is to Hendricken what Denizio is to Cranston East. Fancy behind the back pass, the leading assist man on this team. And he came up with a beauty there.
Brendan Murphy on the line, shooting 2. He's got 4 points here tonight, 3 rebounds.
Brendan's the kind of kid who keeps the team loose. He, after every practice, he has a quote of the day. It should be interesting if we talk to him after this game to see what the quote of the day is today. He makes 1 of 2 free throws, and we have a 22-19 Hendricken lead midway through the second quarter.
Inside, Derrick Rose turns and gets the roll. A 1-point Hendricken lead with 5:23 to go in the first half. Messina finally gets it away to Murphy. Murphy looks middle. Now double team. Cooley on top of him. Finally off to John Russo. Russo in the corner. It goes to Narkavage, and now inside to Eddie Brock, and he's got 2.
Caught Central standing around. I got to say, Hendricken is the more aggressive, better hustling team so far here.
Here's Tavares. Stops, pops, and misses. Rebound Rose, and he's got the hoop. Rose just out-muscled Brendan Murphy for that rebound and put it up for 2 to bring the Knights to within 1 once again. 24-23 our score. John Russo bumps into Ed Cooley. We got a foul called here. So that will put Mr. Russo on the line. First personal foul for Ed Cooley. The Knights already at the limit, so shooting the 1-and-1, John Russo. Misses the first, the rebound, loose ball, and it's out of bounds. And it's going to be Knights ball as we get a couple of replacements in. Terrence Green and Teddy Smith check back into the Knights lineup. Derrick Rose will sit down.
Cesaretti doing a lot of substitutions, playing 10, 11 guys. That he often does that and needs to tonight against a Central team to keep his kids fresh and make sure they get back.
Here's Cooley, baseline move, doesn't get it to fall, and the rebound by Eddie Brock. Back comes Kevin Creedon. Creedon down to Murphy. Murphy double team. The wide open man is Mahala. Mahala in and out. Rebound. Narkavage has it.
Great
Finds
pass.
the open man, and it's Brendan Murphy.
Mike Narkavage with a great pass. The best rebounder on the team. He had 20 against OLP the other night.
26-23. And here's a bomb from three-point land as Caldwell hits. We got a tie game, 26-all, 3:53 to go, and here's Murphy. Nice fake to the outside and takes it in for 2. A 2-point Hendricken lead. Cooley inside to Smith. Smith, the shot, he hits, but let's see, a foul called here. May have been before the shot.
I don't think the basket is going to count, Frank.
Mahala called for the foul before the basket. First foul for Adam Mahala. 3:39 to go in the first half, and Hendricken leads at 28-26. This is a big night for assistant coach Thomas Connor. He's on the bench keeping the stats for the Central Knights. They trail here 28-26 with 3:39 left in the first half.
Too bad Tom didn't dress up for the night, huh, Frank?
Central shooting 41%. That's 11 for 27 from the field. Hendricken 10 for 21 and 47%. The rebounding category, the edge goes to the Hawks, 13 to 10. And Abdul Abdullah will inbound this one. Inside for Smith, and he's got the hoop.
Central taking advantage of its 6'5" senior and the height advantage down low with an easy deuce. That's 6 or 8 points they've scored on the inbounds pass rather easily.
Messina goes down the right wing, finds Murphy underneath. Murphy over to Narkavich. And what have we got? We've got 3 seconds called against the Hawks. So it'll be Central ball.
7th turnover for Hendricken. Here come the Knights. Abdullah running things.
Caldwell down to Cooley. This one goes inside, but we've got walk against Terrence Green. So the Knights turn it over. A tie ball game, 28 all, 3:10 to go in the half.
Now they're even, 7 turnovers apiece.
Todd Messina over to Adam Mahala. Mahala double team, finds the open man. It's Messina. Messina takes it to the foul line. Looked like he wanted to shoot. Held it. Now it goes to Murphy in the hook shot. The block, and Ed Brock's got the rebound, diving for it. Narkavich finally gets a handle on it. Off to Messina. Messina brings it right back in deep. To Mahala, now in deep. Here's Murphy with a three-pointer. No go. And we've got a foul that's going to go against Mike Narkavich. There's Steve Cesaretti surveying his bench, and he wants Pete Lynch to come back into the game. He's also sending in John Bankston. So some substitutions here for the Hawks as Ed Brock takes a seat, along with Brendan Murphy. 4 points for Ted Smith as he steps on the line here, shooting 1-1 with 2:41 to go here in the half. He comes up short, and they'll give the Hawks the ball on the side here. Narkavich inbounds to Messina, and down they come. Waiting at center court are the Central Knights. Messina now over to Narkavich, wide open on the weak side of the floor. Back come the Knights as they pick off Hendricken here. Loose ball, and Messina picked Ed Cooley, but he's charged with traveling. Nice play by Messina, but he walked with the ball.
Ted Smith on the other end with another block shot. That's 4 or 5 for Central, and they do it as well as any team in the state. They come out of nowhere. Smith, Rose, Green, they can all give you a little rejection treatment.
Caldwell over to Abdullah. Back out on the top to Masadi Caldwell. Here's Abdullah, and it's knocked out of bounds by Todd Messina, who got a hand on it. 28 all, 2:06 to go in the first half.
Neither one of these teams will come even close to scoring the 98 or 81 points it scored the first time these two played.
Here's Abdullah with a big shot. Cooley the rebound, and he is picked from behind by Pete Lynch, but Lynch will be charged with a foul.
That's not a bad foul. Cooley had an easy 2, so now he's going to have to earn them. Here it is. This is what Ed Cooley does best. This is why URI, Northeastern, several other schools are looking at him. I know Tom Penders probably wouldn't mind having him in a Ram uniform. And he's leaning toward URI or Northeastern.
5 points for Mr. Cooley. He's the gentleman who predicted prior to the game that the score might be 150 to 148 Central. Misses the second one. The rebound, loose ball, gathered up by the Hawks, and down comes Brendan Murphy. Murphy hands off to Messina. Messina, the point guard, down underneath. He's got a man, but the shot is missed. As John Bankston had the shot, missed the shot, and we've got a foul here. A pushing foul will go against the Hawks, and they'll bring it down the other end to shoot 1-1. The foul goes against Pete Lynch. That's his 3rd personal foul. Might look for Eddie Brock to come back in. There he is. So Pete Lynch with 3 fouls here in the first half will sit down. You only get 5 in high school. 6 points for Ed Cooley. He gets the ball in the one-on-one situation here. He's also got a pair of rebounds. 1 point Central lead makes it 2, 30-28.
Ed's dangerous from just about every spot on the floor. We'll see how dangerous he is here from the free throw line. Hit the first. Let's see if he can hit the second. Yes, he does.
A 3-point Central lead. 1:44 to go. Adam Mahala double teamed over to Messina. Messina brings it down, trying to go underneath to John Bankston, and it's kicked by a Central player, and they'll rewind the shot clock. They get 45 seconds here in high school. Very rarely does it go off, especially with these two teams that like to run and gun. Inbounded to Mahala. Mahala can't find any room. Inside now it goes to Bankston. He's got the bucket.
Nice pass by Todd Messina. Like Abdul, who has the ball right now, if there's an open man on the floor, he'll find him.
Now here's the bomb from three-point land, in and out. Cooley can't get it to fall. Now looking to move it down real quick. Mahala takes the pass. His shot blocked by Ted Smith. And back on the Knights, 2-on-1. Abdullah with Smith. Off to Smith. And it is an offensive foul on Ted Smith. As Todd Messina had position there. Watch it again.
Hendricken draws the foul. Todd paid for it, though.
He took a knee to the gut there, and he is slow to get up, but he does. Less than a minute to go here in the first half, and a 31-30 Central lead. Now over to Murphy. Murphy on the left side, back on top to Mahala. Mahala over to Messina. Messina, 45 seconds to go. Messina drives, stops inside, and a basket good by Eddie Brock. So Hendricken takes the lead, 32-31 with 37 seconds left in the first half. Here's Abdullah. Abdullah looking right. Now spins away from Mahala. Double pump off to Rose. Rose the easy bucket. Derrick Rose makes it 33-32 Central. Messina looking for the open man. Narkavich has it. Narkavich back out to Messina, takes a peek at the clock. 16 seconds to go in the half. Messina fouled by number 23, Kenrick Tavares. So that's the first foul on Tavares, and that will put Messina on the line, shooting 1-and-1. 13 seconds to go in the half. Todd Messina, 19 points against OLP in the semifinal game. Hendricken 7-12 from the line. He's got the first one. Mr. Messina 3 for 3 from the line, and he misses his fourth try, and back come the Knights. Here's Abdullah. Abdullah wants it all the way, and it's tipped. And Murphy gets the rebound. Quickly back down. 5 seconds to go. Here's Mahala. He drives to the hoop. He is blocked. Derrick Rose has it. Off to Tavares. He gets the shot away, but it is wide. So, guess what? We've got a tie ball game here, and Steve Cesaretti is very upset. As Messina arguing with Jay Jaworski, one of the officials, as the time expires here. I think Steve Cesaretti wanted a foul called on one of the guys covering Mahala when he came down to this end, but he didn't get it, and we've got a tie ball game here at the end of the first half. Joe Rocco standing by with Central coach Harold Metz. Joe?
Okay, we have a tie ball game. It'll be interesting to see what Mr. Metz, coach of the defending champion Knights, has to say about the way things have gone so far. I would imagine you might be a little upset about the way your kids are doing on the boards.
Well, I'm a little upset that we're not hustling back on the defense, and I'm certainly going to talk about that when we go in there at halftime. The rebound, it could be a little bit better, but the whole story of it is it's a big ball game, and we don't have the concentration on defense. I've switched defense a couple of times. 4 guys switched, 1 guy didn't, and that hurt us. So hopefully we'll get our concentration back on the defense, do a little bit better job hustling back and rebounding, and I think we'll be in good shape.
All right, Coach, we'll let you get in the locker room. I appreciate you coming by. Okay. Harold Metz of the Central Knights tied up at the half. They're not used to being down, but they were down through most of the first half, even though it was only a couple of points. Should be a great second half. Frank?
All right, Joe, these two teams played once before back on January 19th. Central won the game, a close game until the final 3 minutes, but Central did win that one. We are tied at half between Central and Hendricken, 33-all. Halftime festivities coming up. And we will definitely be keeping an eye on that one. We are at halftime of the boys Class A title game. Central and Hendricken all tied at 33. And Joe Rocco at courtside with a guest. Joe?
Thank you very much, Frank. We're with John Dyess, the Rogers head coach, who I know would rather be working tonight, but was not so fortunate. What did you think of the first half, John?
Well, it was a well-played game. Both teams just like to run 100 miles an hour. And I think the big thing's been is what Hendricken's trying to do with Abdullah, the point guard of Central. Now, they're putting two kids on him. They're denying him the ball as much as they can, and hopefully, in turn, they'll get the other people to handle the ball and take away the progressiveness and really the effectiveness of Central is Abdul Abdullah.
You think they can contain Abdul for an entire game here tonight?
Well, you know, they contain him as much as I've seen anybody do it. They put both guards on him, and they shade him to one side of the zone, and we just looked at the stats before. He still had 6 assists and about 8 points in the first half. So I don't know if anyone can contain him right now and without. He's a pretty good basketball player.
You would have to be impressed with the aggressiveness of Hendricken on the boards and coming up and down the floor and containing Abdul, as you just talked about. Were they that way when they played you guys?
The whole year. You know, they were one of the two toughest teams we played beside Our Lady of Providence this year. It was Hendricken, OOP, and Central, mainly because of their intensity on defense. And Hendricken just throws 10 kids at you. Steve has just got a fine, well-balanced club this year. You know, he's really happy with this group because it's played to his style and his tempo all year. And with Todd Messina, Adam Mahaller, and Nakavaric, the last 3 games have just been outstanding. And these big kids just do what they have to do, and you really don't know who to defend when you're playing Hendricken, except maybe Todd Messina, because he's had a great tournament.
You pulling for anybody in particular here?
No, they're both not rivals. I'd like to see Steve Cesaretti get his first, but, you know, I'm sure the best team will win. I really believe it'll be a close game all the way down.
Okay, John, maybe we'll see you next year, huh?
I hope so, Joe. It'd be nice to be back here.
John Dyess, the head coach from Rogers, who might be pulling a little bit for Steve Cesaretti, the underdog tonight, but it's tied at the half, and we expect a close second half. Then again, with Central, you never know. They can pull away, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes right down to the wire. Frank?
All right, Joe, thank you very much. As you mentioned, a tie ball game here at the half, the Class A championship game. It's Central 33 and Hendricken 33. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back to the Providence Civic Center. Frank Arpano along with Joe Rocco here at the half of the boys Class A game, and it's all knotted up, 33-all between Central and Hendricken. Let's take a look at some of the halftime statistics as provided by Raymond Perry, our statistician extraordinaire. No other words can describe the guy, right? All right, field goal attempts and field goals made, you see there for Central and Hendricken, and the percentage, 41% shooting from the field for Hendricken, 42 for Hendricken, and 41 for Central. Rebounds, Hendricken with 17 in the first half, Central with 15. Turnovers, pretty much even, 8 for Central and 7 for Hendricken. Individually, let's take a look down and see who's doing well in the scoring category. Ed Cooley has 8 points, along with Derrick Rose. And Masadi Caldwell has 5 points. Over on the other side of the ledger, Brendan Murphy has 9 points to lead the Hawks. Todd Messina with 7. Adam Mahalo also with 7. So that is the story on the statistical end of things tonight. And I think that a lot of people may be a bit surprised because Central, a team that was expected to be here, very talented team, the defending state champions, and the Hawks, a team that were not expected to be here, really have nothing to lose in this game and are playing very well. Tied at the half with Central, 33-all. Back with the second half after this. Back here at the Civic Center, the teams are out on the floor, getting some final instruction from their coaches. Tie ball game, 33-all. We're set for the final 2 quarters of this basketball season in Rhode Island high school action. We already crowned one winner tonight. The Class B game that you saw earlier tonight, North Providence, a winner over Cranston East.
Cranston East, nothing to be ashamed of, though. A great season, 24-2, best record in more than 30 years, and they came back. They were down 15. They could have packed it in, and they didn't. North Providence holds them off. Two terrific basketball teams and a great game, and who knows, maybe we'll be lucky here and hit a parlay and have another down-to-the-wire ball game. Let's see what happens.
All right, Central will inbound here. They've got control of the ball to start the second half. Ed Cooley wants the shot. Now out to Tavares. Tavares to Abdullah. Abdullah's got it over in the left corner. Back out to Tavares. There's Cooley backing in. Out on the point to Tavares. And knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Central ball. Cooley will inbound here. Tavares. Cooley. Yeah. Oh, boy, there's the big three-pointer for Ed Cooley. And a three-point Central lead here to start the second half.
7 assists for Abdullah. He's not doing much on the boards, but he's racking up the assists.
The Hawks trying to force it inside are picked, and back comes Central here. They're up by 3 to start the second half. Here's Cooley again from three-point land. He misses this time. And Markavich has it up to Mahala, and now Messina. Messina, a little bit out of control, finally gets a handle on it and misses the shot, and back come the Knights. Here's Abdullah all the way, puts it up, in and out. Cooley the rebound, and he's got the hoop. Brendan Murphy double team, and almost taken away, and a timeout called by Hendricken. 6:46 to go in the third quarter, and it is Central with a lead here, 38-33. Back here at the Civic Center, Frank Carpano and Joe Rocco, and Central has scored all 5 points here at the start of the second half. Hendricken looking to get on the board. They trail it 38-33. Mahala having a little bit of trouble. Tries the right side of the floor. Messina has it. Messina's got trouble. He goes to Mahala from three-point land. Yeah. Adam Mahala.
Big basket, because you don't want Central to start pulling away from you. They're so good in the runs.
What a great shot by Kendrick Tavares. In the air, gets the hoop. 40-36, a 4-point Central lead.
Took them no more than a second and a half to get back 2 of the 3 points. And here's a big steal by Abdullah. He's got a 3-on-2.
And he can't get the ball to fall, but he will be going to the line for 2. Messina fouled him getting back. That's Messina's second personal foul. Abdullah on the line. He is 2 for 2 from the line. And he misses 2. Mahala on the rebound. Quickly out on the left side to Messina. Messina looking wide open underneath is Lynch. Or rather Brock. Eddie Brock with a basket.
Basic fundamental basketball, you always want to stay between your man and the basket, and several times tonight Central hasn't done that. This guy's wide open on these backdoor plays.
Underneath the hoop for Ted Smith. Now back comes Murphy. Murphy stops, pops. Rebound, loose ball. Who's got it? It's little Abdullah. Abdullah out to Tavares for the hoop. Oh, that's a big-time move. Quickly down the floor. Picked off by Abdullah.
Yeah, here he comes. Here he comes now. You're not going to hold him down for too long.
A 44-38 Central lead here with 5:15 to go. Cooley lines up the three-pointer, and he's got it.
Cesaretti looking at the clock, thinking about calling a timeout, maybe. There it is.
A 9-point Central lead as the Knights finally getting it in gear here in the third quarter with 5:04 to go. A 7-0 run for the Knights. They lead it 47-38.
They can score points so quickly, as we were saying moments ago. They love to run. When Abdullah gets on track, Harold Metz has called him the best passer he's ever coached, and he makes things happen. And now Central is starting to pull away a little bit, 47-38 with 5:04 left. 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals for Abdul Abdullah.
Here's Cooley's three-pointer.
Ed is just a great shooter, as we were saying a little while ago, and lethal from every spot on the floor, and you give him a little daylight and he'll put it down.
There you see a very confident bunch of Central Knights. I said to Coach Metz prior to the game, I said, do you have any trouble keeping these kids' head out of the clouds? You know, they were the team that were supposed to be here. They're the defending state champions. And he said, no, I really have no problem with that. He's just telling them to keep working hard. And they're doing that here in the third quarter, and they've got themselves a 9-point lead with 5:04 to go in the third quarter.
Harold was also saying, coming in 24-0, I asked him if that put any extra pressure on the team, and he said, no, not really. He gave us the cliche line, but it's true, taking one game at a time. These guys really don't have any extra pressure. Hendricken gets the deuce back.
Brendan Murphy with the deuce, and it's a 7-point Central lead. Abdullah down in the corner to Cooley. Cooley measured it's a 2-pointer, but he misses the rebound. Smith back out on the point to Tavares, and here's Abdullah driving the lane, and it goes off to Cooley. And Cooley gives Central a 9-point lead again, 49-40, under 4.5 to play in the third. Loose ball, Abdullah battling for it, and we've got a foul called against Cooley, who was battling on the ground with Brendan Murphy.
And Abdul is everywhere. He almost came up with another steal.
Second personal foul against Mr. Cooley, only the first team foul of the game, of the second half rather, for Central. Here in the corner, here's Murphy. Around the rim and out, and the rebound. Murphy has it, or rather it was Narkavage with a shot, the initial shot, and Murphy on the rebound.
Brendan did a nice job boxing out Terrence Green for that hoop.
Green goes over to Tavares. He misses the rebound, reeled in by Narkavage. And down the floor comes Hendricken. And the shot, I don't know if the foul before the shot, but a great shot by Mahala all the same.
No basket. And Steve Cesaretti wants to know, how come? Let's take another look at it. Messina was open, and I don't think Adam saw it. He drew the foul, and he's not even going to get shots. That's a little surprising.
It's one of those situations where you know the guy fouled you. You just want to throw the ball up in hopes that you get the 2-shot foul. It's a little bit late, so they'll just inbound the ball here. The second team foul underneath Narkavage. The shot, he misses the rebound. Narkavage gets it back, and he's got the hook and the foul.
Now they have a chance for a 3-point play. Michael Narkavage makes this free throw, and the Hawks are back within 4. 3:49 to go in the third quarter.
Ted Smith has 3 fouls. Look for him to come out. In fact, Derrick Rose rises, misses the foul shot. Smith gets the rebound, and down comes Abdullah. Abdullah rushes all the way and misses the layup. Rebound knocked in by Smith. Back comes Messina. Messina in the corner. Goes to Mahala. Mahala steps in and hits for 2.
Big steal.
6.
Here's Adam again.
Rebound, Caldwell has it. He's double-teamed, gets it away at Abdullah. Down come the Knights. They lead it by 5. Abdullah trying to find the baseline, gets the shot away and the deuce.
2 guys gave up about 4 inches to each of them and still scored the hoop.
7-point Knight lead here with 3:05 to play in the third quarter. Narkavage measures the 3, and it misses. Cooley on the rebound, and here comes Abdullah. Grits his teeth, moves in, off to Smith, misses, and the rebound by Smith. Rather, Brendan Murphy, and here's Messina kind of out of control, knocked out of his hands by a Knight player.
Kenrick Tavares did a nice job there to break up Todd, because he had position and he was going in for the layup.
It's going to be Hendricken ball here, so we have some substitutions. Messina inbounds, calls the number 2 play. Mahala, and he is fouled.
Tavares got him.
Kendrick Tavares, the second personal foul, and the 4th team foul. So the next foul on Central will put Hendricken on the line. Now Messina will inbound. He does so to Narcavage, and now here's Mahala with a shot. He misses. The rebound, Derrick Rose has it. Off to Abdullah. He pushes it right down the floor, and the pass off the hoop for Kendrick Tavares, and the foul.
That is such a typical Central basket. Abdul Abdullah, grimacing, face and all, coming down, finding the open man, the layup. He draws the foul. Here's his buddy Kendrick, and the hoop. And now he's got a chance for a three-point play and a 56-46 lead with 2:34 to go in the third quarter. Interesting to note, the last time these two teams played, it was pretty close most of the way. And it was the third quarter when Central pulled away, scored 33 points in what turned out to be a 17-point win. So far, they're having another big third quarter against Hendricken.
They got a 10-point lead now with 2:34 to go, and Mark Narcavage will inbound. Derrick Rose right on top of him. Finally, it's off to Messina. Messina brings it down. 3-on-2 break. Messina keeps it himself, and he's got the deuce.
Well, he's the glue to the team, and we're going to find out here down the stretch maybe if he can hold it all together and keep them in it, because Central's firing on all cylinders now, and how dangerous that can be. This is a team that has won 34 games in a row and hasn't lost this season. In the fourth quarter, they don't even know what it's like to be behind because they never have been.
Abdullah off to Cooley, measures the three, and he's got it. Ed Cooley. Now here's Mahala measuring for three, and he's got it. Back-to-back threes. 59, 51, and 8-point Central lead. Less than 2 to play in the third. Loose ball. Here's Caldwell. Stops, pops, and hits.
11th assist for Abdul Abdullah. Does he make things happen or what?
Messina down underneath. It goes, and Ed Lynch, or rather Pete Lynch, is fouled. Adam Mahala was wide open off on the left wing. He wanted the three, but Messina wanted to go inside. There's Mahala wide open over there on the left. Underneath, though, it goes to Pete Lynch, who's fouled by Derrick Rose.
At least 5 blocked shots tonight by Central. He threw the foul there, but you know, when you're swatting balls away, it gives the opponent something to think about almost every time they go up in the paint, and that can become intimidating after a while. Central's done that to quite a few teams this year with their terrific leapers.
Another shot here for Pete Lynch. That cuts the lead to 8. Mahala on Abdullah. Cooley looks now to Abdul. He drives the lane, gets jump ball called as somebody got a hand on that one on the way through, and the possession will go in Hendricken's favor. 1:18 to play in the third. It is 61-53. Central leading Hendricken. The Knights, the defending state champions. Messina looking, wants to go right. Inside to Narcavage, back out to Messina. Messina wants to drive the lane, stops now, off to Narcavage, he hits.
Michael Narcavage is having himself quite a quarter, keeping the Hawks in it. 50 seconds to go, down 61-55.
Now here's Cooley measuring the three, and he gets it to fall.
4 of 7. Make that 4 of 8 for Ed Cooley from three-point land.
Now Mahala wants a three, and he misses. Gets his own rebound, moves to the hoop, and he is fouled.
Frank, I don't know about you, but I've been involved with these state championship games for 4 years now, and I know you've been involved a bit longer. Can you remember a night when we've seen 2 games as fast-paced as these two tonight?
No, it's definitely a new one on us. We've seen games that have gone to double and triple overtime, but these are the fastest games that we have seen. 15 points for Adam Mahala. Make it 16. He's got a pair of threes here. It's 4 for 5 from the line. It's his second shot. Cuts the lead to 7 with 33 ticks to go here in the third quarter. And back comes Abdullah. Abdullah down in the corner. Messina gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. It'll be night ball. Inbound to Caldwell. Back to Abdullah.
18 seconds to go in the quarter. It looks like they're going to wait for the last shot. Abdul, he's the boss out there.
10 seconds to go. Abdullah drives the lane, misses the shot, the rebound. Caldwell wants to get a shot off. Now Derrick Rose, 2 seconds. Side to Wilson. Wilson shoots and hits. And that will count. And that will count right at the buzzer. Mike Wilson hits for Central. And with 1 quarter to go, Central has a 9-point lead as we take one more look at that last second shot.
Central has done in this quarter exactly what it did the last time it played Hendricken. It came up with a 33-point third quarter, scored as many points in the third as it had at the half, and now leads 66-57.
We will be back. In the third quarter, talk about hot shooting. Central 13 for 20, 65% in the third quarter, and Hendricken not far behind, 9 for 17 and 53%. Normally good enough to have a lead for your team, but not tonight as we got an offensive foul called against Central, and Hendricken will take over here. Central leading this ball game by 9 as we start the fourth with 66-57. Messina lines it up for 3, in and out. The rebound by Brock. And we got a jump ball call, so this one will go in Hendricken's favor. Hendricken will retain possession here. There you see the score. Messina inbounds, looking for someone, and kicked out of bounds by Kendrick Tavares, so it still be Hendricken ball here. Coach Steve Cesarelli wants them to run the number 2 inbounds play. Narkavich from three-point land, in and out. And the rebound and a foul as Brendan Murphy will be called on the foul on Terrence Green. So Green, let's see, will not go to the line as that is just the 3rd team foul on the Hawks. Central already at the limit. 3rd foul on Brendan Murphy. Here's Caldwell. Tavares out on the point. He shoots, misses, rebound. Tavares gets it back and puts it in. And 11 points. Central lead here. Mahala from three-point land hits.
They needed that basket. The Hawks just 10% in the second half.
3rd three-pointer for Adam Mahala. And an 8-point Central lead. Caldwell can't get a handle on it. He's double-teamed, looking for the open man. Dribbles out of pressure. Then knocked away by Eddie Brock, but out of bounds. It'll be Central ball. Ed Cooley will be checking back into the Central lineup. Terrence Green will take a seat. Back out on the point is Abdullah. In the middle to Cooley. Cooley leans in, misses, gets his own rebound, and his foul going up, and gets the hoop.
Abdul spots these players in the paint. I mean, he's looking one way, the blind pass. I don't know how he does it. Look at that. And you can't make a finer pass. He gets his own rebound. Ed goes back up, draws the foul, and now he's got a chance for a three-point play with 6:38 to go, and the defending champions up 10.
27 points for Ed Cooley.
He's already 9 above his average, Frank.
Timeout on the floor with 6:38 to go. 71-60, an 11-point Central lead. Welcome back to the Providence Civic Center. Frank Carpano and Joe Rocco. The Class A title game. Central leading by 11 points with 6:38 to go here over the Hendricken Hawks. 11-point lead. Let's see what the Hawks can do here as they bring it down the floor.
This ties the largest lead that Central's had, and with 6 and change to go, Hendricken better make his move.
Over in the corner, measuring the 3 is number 33, Murphy. Gets his own rebound and hits for 2. from the Knights. Down low to Abdullah. Free man hits it. It's Caldwell, Masadi Caldwell with a deuce.
The Hawks have to do a much better job than that in boxing out and getting aggressive down low if they want to come back with a little streak here.
And we've got a pushing call called against Masadi Caldwell. That's his third, and that's going to put the Hawks on the line. Todd Messina on the line shooting 1-1.
Harold looks pretty relaxed, as he has been every other game this year in the fourth quarter.
11 points for Messina. 10-point lead can be cut to 9, and in and out. Rebound, Murphy. He wants the hoop, gets it over Rose, but no good. The rebound by Brock, and that one falls. Eddie Brock got inside of Ed Cooley and got the best of him there. 73-65.
Eddie Brock with a lot of heart, a lot of courage, one of the hardest working players on the team. And
Derrick Rose gets the hook and the foul. Derrick Rose really using his size to his advantage here as he leans in for this hoop to give his team a 10-point lead. He's got a chance to make it 11.
Rose, the tallest guy on the court, 5 of 6 from the field. There's no problem when you've got the position, you've got the height.
He misses the bonus, and the ball out of bounds after the missed foul shots will go to the Hawks. 5:33 to go. Hawks work the ball up. Mahala off to Messina. Messina works it in. Inside, nobody there. I think he was looking for Brendan Murphy. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Central ball. Central with 11 turnovers tonight and 10 for Hendricken so far. It goes out of bounds. And that will be Central's 12th turnover. Murphy inbounds to Messina. Now Mahala wants a three-pointer. Yes!
7-point game with 5:12 to go.
Mahala, another three-pointer. Got 4 of them in this game. Now Abdullah. Over to Tavares. In the middle to Derrick Rose. And he misses the rebound. Cooley has it. He's got the hoop. A 9-point Central lead. Messina brings the ball up to Murphy. Over to Mahala. He's quickly double teamed. They're not going to give him that three-pointer anymore. Trying to thread the needle through to the other side and can't connect with Eddie Brock. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Hendricken ball here with 4:33 to go.
Well, Hendricken certainly has a shot. 77-68. Mahala's been hot, hitting 4 of 7 from three-point range.
Lynch blocked by Ted Smith, and here comes Caldwell. Masadi lays it up and in.
Mo Caldwell off to the races. The easy layup with 4:10 to go. 79-68. Central, and another steal. Here comes Abdul, 3-on-1. Watch this.
Abdul lays it up. Gets the foul call, and he'll get a pair of shots.
Let's take another look at Abdul coming down court. An Isaiah Thomas-like player. 13 assists.
You can tell these kids are really enjoying themselves when they're running the ball. They're right in their element. Central really likes to run it down. That was one of the keys coming in tonight. Hendricken wanted to keep the tempo down.
Well, the Hawks did a good job of that in the second quarter, but like every other team found out this season, it's just so difficult to hold the Knights down for 4 quarters.
3 for 6 to the line tonight for Abdullah, and now Central with their largest lead, 12 points, 80-68, 4 minutes to go. Messina into Murphy, trying to get it inside. He's got it to Markavich, and he hits for 2. Back comes Abdullah, trying to go underneath to Cooley. Can't get the shot off. He's got his own rebound. Loose ball on the floor. It's rolling and picked up by Caldwell, but was it out of bounds? Yes, and it's going to be ruled Central ball. Everybody jumping for that one. It was out of bounds. Jay Jaworski, the referee, right on top of the call. It's going to be Central night ball here. 10-point lead with 3:38 to go.
This is a night that even the refs look forward to coaching. You hear about that in different sports. Kind of honored to be coaching the state, to refereeing the state championship game, and they get up for it. They've done a good job tonight.
Inbound pass goes to Ted Smith, and they got a loose ball foul here, and it's going to go down the other way. As the foul goes against Teddy Smith. Already at the team limit. That's the 4th personal foul on Smith. Let's see who goes to the line here. It's Pete Lynch that will step to the line here, shooting 1-and-1. He gets the first one.
Against Classical, Pete took over, was the difference in a big win. He came off the bench. He replaces Brock usually, and he came in and hit some key baskets, and now he's looking at a key free throw.
Misses the second, and Cooley with a big rebound. Hands off to Abdullah, who leisurely brings it down the court here with 3:30 to go and a 9-point Central lead. Messina playing him tight. Off to Caldwell. Caldwell. Murphy's got his hands in his face and almost picked off by Mahala. Down in deep. There's the shot and the miss by Smith. The rebound, Cooley gets it.
31 points for Ed Cooley, 23 in the second half.
Out, 3:05 to go, 82-71. Inside it goes. Narkavich stops, pops, uses the glass, and he's got it.
Mahala and Narkavich are keeping Bishop Hendricken in it, but still they're going to have to start throwing up some threes down 82-73 with 2:50 to go.
Abdullah got Smith, back to Abdullah, driving the lane, inside, he's in and out. And the rebound, back come the Hawks. Here's Messina. Messina down the floor. Mahala wants the three. Messina gets 2 and the foul.
Exactly what the Hawks needed.
Cuts the lead to 7 with 2:36 to go. 12 points for Todd Messina.
Here it is, maybe the top student athlete in the state with a great layup, draws the foul.
4 fouls on Masadi Caldwell. Here's the extra one, so 3-point play for Messina. 6-point Central lead. Abdullah not in a rush at all to bring it down the floor. Calling the play. Now moves it down the right side, inside to Cooley. Cooley can't get the shot off, but number 25, Teddy Smith does, and he's got a deuce.
That height advantage kicking in for Central. 2 of the last 3 baskets they've gotten by way of that just overwhelming height advantage down low.
Narkavich misses, and Lynch is fouled as he goes up with a shot. Put him on the line. 2:07 to play here, and 84-76 is our score. Central leading it.
Abdullah picking up his 3rd foul here, but he's okay. There's only 2:07 left to play.
Pete Lynch goes to the line. He is 3 for 4 from the line. He'll get 2 chances here. He doesn't like that one a bit.
No time to be missing any free throws. You're down 8 points to the champions.
5 points for Pete Lynch. Gets the second one. And Lynch will take a seat as Ed Brock steps back in. Also checking back in is Terrence Green. And Ted Smith will take a seat, cool off a little bit. Still plenty of time to go here. 2:05. 7-point Central lead. Abdullah calls the number 1 play. Off to Green. Green back to Abdullah. Now to Caldwell. Pass off to Cooley. Inside to Cooley, and Cooley runs into his man and gets called for the foul as Brendan Murphy goes down, so the Hawks get the ball back. 4 fouls on Ed Cooley. He is 1 away from calling it a night. 1:39 to play. Messina brings it up and calls a timeout.
This is why I like the three-point rule, Frank. 1:37 to go. Bishop Hendricken with a couple of three-point shooters, down 7. If they hit a 3 here or the next time down, I mean, they're back in it. I mean, you don't have the three-point shot, it's just about over, even though stranger things have happened, and we've certainly seen them in state title games. What was it, a couple of years ago? Triple overtime, a 3, 5, 7-point lead, evaporating left and right.
This is the first of 2 experimental years with a three-point shot in high school basketball. Most of the coaches like it. There's Steve Cesaretti in the Hendricken huddle. One thing about the three-point shot that all the coaches agree upon is that you can't relax regardless of how big a lead that you have. You could have a 15 or 20-point lead and you want to be a nice guy and send in some of your subs, but you can't do it because a couple of threes, then all of a sudden the other team's back in the ball game.
Narcavage has been the hottest Hawks shooter, but he's really the guy you want to go to inside or 14, 15 feet, and really hasn't even thrown up a three-pointer here in the second half. Messina and Mahala are most likely the guys you want to watch for to throw up the 3. And Adams certainly been hot, and Todd can certainly bury it too.
Well, watch how far out Central plays, and they're not going to give them that three-point shot. Messina now looks. Narcavage has the shot, works away from traffic, can't get the 2, and Cooley on the rebound, and he is fouled from behind by Adam Mahala.
Yeah, good point, Frank. Central extending its defense. The Knights have done that just about the whole quarter here.
So that will put Mr. Cooley on the foul line with 1:23 to go and a 7-point Central lead. 31 points for Ed Cooley, 10 rebounds. He's 5 of 6 from the line. And he misses. And the rebound by Eddie Brock. Quickly down the floor comes Todd Messina. Doesn't know who to pass to. Finally gets it off to Brock. His shot is blocked, and Cooley has the rebound, his 11th of the game. 1:07 to go. Here's Abdullah. Got to start fouling here, fellas. 1 to go. Caldwell, Abdullah. Nobody wants to foul. Abdullah's just happy to bounce that ball all over the floor. And almost intercepted. Narcavage had a hand on it. And finally, it's Messina who gets a hand in on Abdullah, putting him on the line with 45 seconds to go.
Well, 2 things you have to wonder about. First thing, Messina brings the ball down with about a minute to go, and he's driving to the hoop. Why not set up for a 3-point shot or 2, and then they wait, what was it, maybe 15 seconds before fouling. Hey, you know, you're down 7 points inside a minute. You've got to foul the first guy you can get to. We'll see what happens.
Abdul gets his 6th points. He's got 13 assists. Forget about the points. We all know why he's out there. He's out there to set up the offense. He's got 7 points now and even 5 rebounds.
86-77, 42 seconds away. The Central Knights about to become defending champions in the Class A division.
Second year in a row, and a foul called against Messina. That's his 4th. We'll go back down the other end of the floor, put the Knights on the line once again with 31 seconds to go. He is 5 for 8 from the line and misses that one. Now let's move it right down. Adam Mahala. He wants the 3, but he just got a 3 lane to the hoop and tries a little fancy Dan passing here. It goes off of one of the Central players' feet. And they'll reset the clock, and we'll have a timeout called here. Hendricken calling a timeout with 20 seconds to go, trailing by 7 points.
I want to mention, Frank, that Mount Pleasant won the Tom Lavery Sportsmanship Award given by the Rhode Island Basketball Officials Association. So we want to congratulate the Mount Pleasant kids. And the chants have begun on the Central side.
Earlier tonight, you may have seen right here on Channel 10, we crowned the Class B champion. North Providence beating Cranston East. And Central about to secure their second state title in a row here tonight against Hendricken. All right, the Knights come out of the huddle all fired up. At least Ed Cooley is. As Joe mentioned, he is their spiritual leader. He's involved in everything at school. I believe he's on the student council. And everybody's buddy, Ed Cooley. Messina will inbounds here. Looking, Narcavage is open, but it's picked off by Cooley. Cooley tries to get it away, but he is fouled, and he will go to the line here.
What a night for Ed Cooley. 31 points, 23 of them in the second half, 10 rebounds. 6'4" senior forward going out in style. And who knows, maybe he'll stick around Rhode Island. As we mentioned earlier, URI Rams are one of several teams he might wind up playing for.
Cooley hits again, and 18 seconds left. Steve Cesaretti is going to get some of his reserves in here who haven't had a chance to play. Joe Pezza checks in. Tim Groves also checking in. Kevin Fagan.
Some of the seniors coming in, playing their final seconds in high school ball.
Seconds to go. 9-point lead here. Messina with a shot, no good. Rebound by Cooley. There's Tavares, goes off the green. Showtime, and he gets blocked by Messina. 5 seconds to go. Messina rushes it down the floor. He takes the shot. A buzzer is good, but this one belongs to Central. The Central Knights, now two-time defending state champions. Congratulations.